All right. How we all doing, everybody? Welcome. Happy Sam Roberts Now Friday night. Happy Lonely Friday. Hope everybody's doing great, ready to start another fun-filled weekend. First Sam Roberts Now show of November. How did we get to November this quickly? Who knows? But we're all in it together. And when I say all of us, I mean, yes, even the one and only, the insatiable hot dog.
Insatiable.
Yes. Who is trying to win awards for accuracy with his hat tonight.
What is that?
Gotcha!
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom!
That's
Zing, zing, zing! Well, welcome.
Happy No Nut November.
Are you celebrating No Nut November? Everybody needs to know, hot dog. It's No Nut November. It's the time of year where men decide to not self-gratify for reasons that most of them don't know. It's just a thing. People are so starved for an identity, they're starved for a reason to exist, that they decide to just say it's No Nut November, and they just don't, they don't climax. You've done this before, or said that you're going to do it before. I don't know if you've ever closed one out successfully.
I've tried before.
Right, you've attempted.
We talked about it on the show, yeah. I think I lasted... I don't think I did it last year.
Okay.
I think I did it like 2 years
Well,
ago.
last year we outside, so you couldn't do it last year. That's impossible. Hot dog, the world wants to know. They were all eagerly looking at their calendars. They said, oh my God, that's what I heard. On Monday, they said, it's Halloween. I love Halloween. And then on Tuesday, everybody that I talked to said, I checked my calendar this morning. What's Hot Dog's No Nut November status?
Don't bust that nut yet.
Hot Dog,
November.
Are you celebrating No Nut November?
I forgot that November started, and I think I jerked off that night.
Okay, it's only the 4th. You easily could have made up, so you failed on the first day then?
Yeah, like November 1st.
And
like at 2 a.m.
You got but those 2 hours were yours.
Clarity.
Yeah,
Pure
a lot of
for 2
clarity.
hours.
Is that what people think? They think if they do No Nut November, there'll be some form of clarity?
I mean, okay, so I told you 2 years ago I tried it, and I think I respectfully got to like day 17, day 18.
That's 50%. It's failure.
No, it's pretty good.
No,
Over
it's not.
50.
It's not 60. It's 65 is passing. It's certainly not 65.
How many days in November?
30 days has September, April, June, and November.
Shit. Okay. So whatever. But
Were you hoping you were getting February numbers out of this? Were you hoping November was a sneaky 28 in there? Nobody had realized?
But it feels good. I mean, it's a little. It gets a little crazy when you see like some hot chicks on the screen, like doing anything.
But that's what I mean. Like, not self-gratifying doesn't feel like it would bring any clarity. Like, it feels like you would be lacking in clarity because you'd be missing. If anything, the real point of clarity comes post-climax. No.
But it's like there's a sense of discipline that comes upon you when you're just kind of, when you hold it, like you see something,
you just want to accomplish something.
You're 2 weeks in and you just see something on the screen or something passes through Twitter and you go like, I could right now.
How much clarity could there be if you couldn't make it more than a couple days? Like, you couldn't make it, you made it 15 days. Like, couldn't have been that clear.
Tell you what, when you do break those 15 days in, feels pretty good.
I see somebody saying volume's kind of low. Is that in general? If it's just one of us, let us know, because
let us know.
I can make some adjustments. Well, I'm glad that you're not celebrating No Nut November. If somebody has a reason to do it, I'd be interested to hear if there's an exercise at play or something. But just to do it, I don't know, just to make yourself more interesting, I'm not sure I understand it.
It feels good when you finally stop.
Right.
When you bust that nut, it feels amazing.
I got you. And
it's like, it's almost to say, I could if I choose to. It's like, this thing doesn't have power. My penis doesn't have power over me. I have power over it.
Okay, people say that, right? You know how I know that that's not the case? Because if it was like, hey, I went through a month and it was fine, then you go through 2 months. No. Don't want to do that more than once a year. Like, well, then how much power did it not have over you? The fact that you were sitting there like desperately trying to get to day 17, I would say that you haven't learned anything other than you're not a very disciplined person. But what do I know? Hey, I mean, it's not a great November for a lot of the people of Twitter. Have you heard what this monster is doing? Have you heard what Elon? Look at him. This is how he walked into Twitter. This is what he was wearing when he walked into Twitter.
Think?
Yeah, no, it's not funny. Apparently today or yesterday, Elon Musk laid off like 50%, they're saying. I was reading in the New York Times, a paper of record, that something like 3,700 jobs, maybe 50% almost of the Twitter workforce was laid off last night into today. And it wasn't done. It doesn't sound like, again, unless, these reports are wrong, it doesn't sound like it happened in the most kind ways. There were people reporting that they stayed up because they'd heard rumors. Everybody's talking on Slack. And they had heard rumors that mass layoffs were coming, and it would come
For all the drama.
Right. And it would come Friday at midnight on the dot. And so people were staying up, like even in like in the London office. They were staying up or getting up earlier or whatever, however the time difference is, to figure out if they could get into meetings or if they could get into their email. And for a bunch of people, it was just like they just didn't have access to their email. Somebody tweeted out at like 2 o'clock in the morning. They had gotten up in the middle of the night, checked their email, found out their email was no longer active. And so it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. And they're like, oh, well, I guess I don't have to wake up.
Is that how you do it at midnight? Like it's a fucking event?
I mean,
like,
well, here's the
layoffs are dropping.
Yeah, it's the layoffs drop. That's probably, it's going to get interesting. If companies keep allowing work from home, I guess you could send out an email, but like if you're doing a mass layoff and everybody's at work, you could just tell everybody to go into a room, and then you could stand at the front of the room and go, hey, everybody who's in this room with me right now. And there's looking around, there's like 3,000 of us. I'm sure we're fine. They're like, everybody can leave this room and then walk straight out the door. Right? You could do it that way. I guess. I've never had to fire 3,000 people. I don't know how it's done.
I mean, my company went through a big layoff recently during the COVID time. It was maybe a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I can tell you how it happened. It was everyone woke up.
Right.
Because, we're remote and people are hybrid and all that stuff.
Right.
Everyone woke up. They opened their emails. And that
it was either thumbs up or thumbs down.
Well, there were 2 meetings. There was a big meeting. A big hands-on meeting, but people were communicating with each other, and there were people in a 12 o'clock meeting, and then there were people in a 12:15 meeting. And very quickly, we figured out that everyone that was in the 12 o'clock meeting was getting let go, and then the 12:15 meeting was to tell everyone else.
Guess what we just did?
Yeah.
Right, because it says theoretically it's the same people leading the meeting, so. Right. How can you, 12:15?
How can you do 2 meetings within 15 minutes?
It's so quick. That meeting would have to be, there's so many people going to that meeting. It would have to be lightning fast. I mean, you wouldn't even have time for Q&A. Oh, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to do sensitive first of all, it's very hard to do sensitive mass layoffs in general. But it's very hard to do sensitive mass layoffs when people are working remotely, because, I mean, yeah, you could be like, well, we're going to send you an email that we're laying you off. But if you don't check your email, and they're like, well, I mean, it's done, right? Like usually when a person gets laid off, they get called into an office. Their boss says, yeah, you got to go. And then somebody makes sure they go right out the door. They don't go back to your desk, just go right out the door. But when you're working from home, they just have to shut everything off. And they can't make 3,000 phone calls, right? Because people are going to start texting each other.
No. It's just just get everyone in a Zoom meeting. That's all.
And then goodbye. But even if they do that, it's like, still, even you said, you guys figured it out. So people are going to start offloading everything. The reason that they try to get you right out the door, or they just shut your shit down immediately, is because theoretically there could be sensitive information that they don't want you to have. So if you've got any indication, like I think they do it this way so that by the time you figure out you're gone, you already don't have access to your stuff.
Right. I mean, what could happen is what happened again with my same company, where years ago someone got laid off, and then he decided to drag and drop everything into the recycling bin. And he cost the company $20 million worth of lost assets.
And guess what? He went out like a G. That's how you're supposed to go out. I respect that person. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're working from home and you have the power to delete all the files and you realize you're getting laid off, why wouldn't you delete all the files? Go out like a G if you're a G.
Well, that guy caused almost like over a year worth of work for me and others to have to catch up on.
Maybe he was trying, you know what he was trying to do? He was protecting his fellow employees.
Well, maybe.
He's going, you all might get laid off, so I'm going to give you 2 years worth of back cataloging that you all have to do now to make sure no one else gets laid off, because this is bullshit. I don't know, maybe. I feel like it's possible, you know? But
you're saying the Elon Musk method is, are you agreeing with it? The overnight layoff drop?
But that's are you pro or against 3,000 people losing their jobs? How could you? It sucks. And I don't know what mass layoffs suck. We're humans, right? We're not companies. We're people. There's 3,000 people that got laid off. That sucks for all of them. Even if they did a shitty job, even if they had an easy job, even if they spent more time in the yoga room than in the cubicle, or maybe they spent more time in the cubicle than the yoga room to make up for the person that spent all their time in the yoga room. I don't know what the dynamics were. I don't know about the office politics. But what I do know is that when you're a person and you're like, well, life sucks, but at least I got this paycheck. And then they go, wait a sec. What was the last thing you said? Because that's not true. That blows, you know?
I mean, a lot of people on Twitter are very, the Elon cucks are out and about.
Well, because, I mean, and this is what, like, it's okay to be pro-Elon, anti-Twitter, whatever. But I don't know, man. You can't be pro just people getting fired. Like, you don't know that. Look, I'm positive. If it's 3,700 people that got fired, I'm positive that there are some in there that it's good. I'm positive that there are some that I'm like, good. Screw that guy. That guy sucked anyway. I'm positive.
That guy was showing up 2.5 hours late to work.
Plenty of
straight to lunch.
Plenty of, as they're known in the industry, hot dogs.
I was describing myself this week.
Yeah. but I mean, within the 3,700, there has to at least be some that you're like, oh man, that sucks. You know? So
it's not welfare. They're doing something. Even if you don't think it's a real job or whatever, they're responsible for something in that company.
Now look, I mean, Elon says that they weren't making money. And so here's the thing.
He knew that.
Yeah, he knew that, but he probably knew if I go in and fire 4,000 people, I can start making some money. That's why he bought the company. Which, if that's the case, that's the case. That's business. It is what it is. Doesn't make Elon a bad person. It makes him a businessman or whatever.
But it kind of sounds like a bad starting point because he already grossly overpaid for Twitter.
Did he?
So now for him, yeah, Twitter was not worth.
What are you, a financial analyst? How the hell do you know?
I read articles. I read a bunch of articles. I think it's a pretty safe bet, or if you read around, that Twitter was not worth as much as he paid for it.
I'm telling you,
and that's why he tried to back out of that deal.
It wasn't the bots?
You think all of a sudden he cared about bots?
He didn't know so many bots.
Whoa, I can't have this, bro. There's too many bots here.
I'm telling you right now, Elon Musk just put himself in $13 billion worth of debt. He's gonna have to make some sweeping changes, okay? He's gonna have to
don't buy Twitter.
Change the way. Look, I wouldn't have bought Twitter. You kidding me? If I invented tunnels and rocket ships, I wouldn't do anything. 51. He's got hot women. He's making babies. It's enough. It's enough. I'm desperately trying to find the gig that allows me to do it so I can cash out and be done.
Do you think Twitter is worth $44 billion?
I don't think Twitter's worth $44,000. No, I don't think Twitter's worth 40. Do I, the last professional broadcaster, Sam Roberts, think Twitter is worth $44 billion? No, I don't think Twitter is worth $44 billion. Do you know how seldom I look at Twitter and think to myself, this is a very worthwhile thing? Never. It doesn't happen. So no. Me? No. I don't think it's worth $44 billion. But I don't operate in those circles. If somebody, when PayPal first came out, if somebody was like, what if you could do it without, what if you could do online payments without credit cards? I'd go like, yeah, and what if I could fly? Get the fuck out of here. Elon was like, actually, it's a pretty good idea. Let's work on that. And he made PayPal, okay? Elon knows some things that I don't. However, if you are asking me, do I think Twitter is worth $44 billion? No, I would. That's not, if I had access to $44 billion, no, I wouldn't buy Twitter. But in fairness, there's a lot of people who don't think that Mick Foley shirt is worth, $1,800. I do. I don't know if Elon would think that. He might be like, you overpaid for that Mick Foley shirt. I don't think so.
Not to take away credit from Elon, but I just want to correct. He did not create PayPal.
Why are you an Elon hater?
I'm not an Elon hater.
Yes, you are. Don't lie. Don't lie. You're coming on here acting like this guy doesn't know what to do with his money. He made Tesla.
No, I'm not taking away.
He made the electric car cool.
He built up PayPal. But I'm just correcting. He did not create PayPal.
Well, what did he do with it?
He built it up, but he didn't create.
What does that mean? What does he built it up mean?
Well, it was founded in 1999, and then he bought it. I think early 2000s, and it's only grown since then. So he did a good job.
He's not there anymore. When did he buy it?
Let's see.
Because you know all the facts.
2001, 2 years after.
Okay. He popularized PayPal. Again, if somebody was like, hey, you want to buy my company PayPal? I'd be like, that sounds a terrible idea. But because I don't know. He was like, that sounds like a great idea. And he made a ton of money. If somebody was like, hey, Sam, you want to get involved in this electric car business? I'd go, no, people love gas. That's not the future. But guess what? He was like, I'm going to do these electric cars. And everybody was like, yeah, I'm going to get one. People don't even like Elon, and they still drive his cars around.
Yeah, I want to get a Tesla.
You bought Dogecoin because Elon told you to. When did you make the switch? When did you decide, me and my friends don't like Elon?
I saw too much dick writing online, and I was
okay,
like,
all right.
I was like, I don't want to be,
I see.
lumped into this crowd.
I see. I got it. Yeah, man, this guy's $13 billion in debt. He's going to have to do something. I'll tell you what his plan is. So, Elon's plan with Twitter is to really push Twitter blue, right? Twitter's blown for a long time, but he really wants to push Twitter blue. And I think it's the rumors that started first, because they're also like, there are a lot of advertisers, apparently, from what I read, that are like, yeah, I'm not sure we're spending money on Twitter right now. They're waiting to see. I don't think anybody's sitting there going like, we are not doing this ever again. But they want to see what Elon's plan is. Is this going to be...
Pending.
Yeah. They're going like, well, what are you doing with it? Is it going to be agenda-based, or is it going to be really free speech-based, or is there going to be stuff involved here that we don't want, associated with our products? So they're putting a pause on things. They're not putting a stop. A lot of advertisers, though, putting a pause on things right now. Elon goes, no problem. He goes, you like your verified check marks? I go, I love my blue check mark. But here's the thing. A lot of blue check marks are anti-Elon Musk. So he goes, well, we're going to fix this. And the rumors started circulating that Twitter Blue, which exists right now, it's the premium version of Twitter where I guess you don't get ads and you can save your favorite tweets in folders. That's, as I understand it right now, for $5 a month. If you get Twitter Blue, you don't get ads, and you can save your favorite tweets in folders. Anybody that's got Twitter Blue right now has to be such a weirdo fan of Twitter. I can't imagine. Do you know anybody, Hot Dog, that's got Twitter Blue?
No.
Yeah, it's crazy. But Elon wants to turn it into something that's a little bit more attractive, right? So the rumors were circulating that Twitter Blue is going to be $20 a month. And then Elon dropped the bomb a couple of days ago that Twitter Blue is actually going to be $8 a month, which I think he probably leaked it would be $20 a month, so that the rise to $8 sounds like you're actually saving $12 a month, even though it was I don't think it was ever $20 a month.
Steal.
Right. I don't think it was ever $20 a month. I think he was overvaluing it. That way, when he said it was $8 a month, everybody thinks they're getting a great deal, which, smart. But you're going to get to be verified. That's how you get to be verified, apparently, is that you pay $8 a month, you get Twitter Blue, you get your verification check. I'm going to guess that's also where the edit button is going to live. People have wanted that edit button for so long. Elon's trying to make $13 billion back. It's a private company now. I think he's trying to get some subscriber money. I think he's going to put the edit button into Twitter Blue. He's going to put the verification mark in there. Now, right now, there's 425,000 verified Twitter users, more or less. The way I read this is that those verification checks are going away if you don't sign up. It's not like if you sign up for Twitter Blue, then you can be added to the pool of blue check marks. It's whether you have a check mark or not, all the check marks go away. And if you want a check mark, you sign up for Twitter Blue, $8 a month, and you get your check mark. I think it also said that your replies to tweets will be prioritized, right? Like if somebody's replying to your tweet and they have an $8 a month blue check mark, you'll see their reply first. So if you really want, somebody, if you're like a professional troll and you want to be like, oh, you suck, but you want to make sure they see it, $8 a month will get that for you.
Well, I mean, I think the problem right now is, like you said, a lot of the verified people on Twitter are not Elon fans, and he has been doing a bang-up job alienating half of Twitter.
Yeah,
So
but as we found out with Trump, when you alienate half of, he's alienated half of Twitter, but the other half of Twitter loves him. So it wasn't like when Jack was in charge of Twitter, there were less people that hated Jack, but there weren't more people that loved him. Nobody loved Jack. It was just like,
I feel like, isn't that what you want to be as a CEO or a boss? You just want to be kind of not even seen. You don't want people to have a strong opinion.
No, I mean, there's two ways to do it, Some people are like that. They want the product to speak for itself, but other people are like, I can rally a fan base around me. There's plenty of companies that have that eccentric, over-the-top CEO, and part of what you're buying into with the company is this sort of over-the-top CEO. Now, the problem is, and this will come up with advertising and stuff, that if this really is, like you say, Hot Dog, if it ends up being an Elon-centered thing, then that means that advertisers have to make sure that their values are aligned with Elon's values, which now you are, cutting people off, but you're probably adding new people.
I mean, if that was the case, Truth Social would have been making a crazy amount of money and being super successful right now because it's led by Trump, one of the most alienating people on the planet.
Yeah, but then he did the old storming the Capitol deal. And that isolated some people. No, you're right.
I just don't think alienating half.
For a social media platform, you're right. You're supposed to be casting the widest net possible. And to me, all the Elon stuff is speculation. We don't know what type of net he's casting. Up until now, yes, there has been us versus them. These are the people I like. These are the people I don't like. We don't know if it's going to stay that way. He's only had it for a week. And nothing much has changed, except I think he brought Kanye back.
And he also posted conspiracy theories about Paul Pelosi.
Yeah, but he deleted those.
It's just like, come on.
He deleted them, though. And in Elon's Twitter, when you delete a tweet, it never happened.
I don't know. I think it's just gonna take whatever Jack Dorsey's working on. It's gonna take just one. Everyone just needs an escape fucking thing.
I mean,
everyone's gonna jump there.
Do you think it's going to be Jack's? So Jack is launching Blue Sky social media. It's like some kind of social media network that has Twitter, but also RSS built in, so you can like podcast and communicate. I don't really understand what it is. You think that's going to be it? I think that I'm not saying it won't be.
I mean, this is as much demand as there ever has been for people wanting a new social media, even more than Parler and all these other things.
Yeah, just a parachute.
Yeah.
You get to not have to deal with all of it. Yeah, maybe.
And if you've been talking shit about Elon Musk and you end up getting Twitter blue and we see that check mark on you.
Let me ask you, Hot Dog, because you're deep in this, obviously this anti-Elon community. I don't get involved. I don't get involved in much. I like what I like. I like my wrestling. I like my horror movies. I just got a Steam Deck. I'm trying to figure that bad boy out. You know, I stay in that world. I stay in my zone. I hang out with my family.
He was funny on SNL.
That's because that's when you liked him, because Doge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there an army out there checking to see, like, if you get a blue check mark early, is there an army checking for that?
Oh, I'll be checking.
You will be. So yeah. You're not, because would you say you're somebody who previously, maybe not, a year ago, would you have been like, oh yeah, it'd be awesome to get verified?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would be. I mean, I'm telling you right now, it's the fucking best, dude.
But it's not going to be cool if you're paying for it.
That's the issue. That's the issue. That's what I need to figure out right now. If it's cool, I'll pay for it, But if it's not cool because people know you paid for it, no, I don't want to do that. But if you don't get it, if your blue check mark disappears and you don't get it re-upped and people think you're broke, I can't have that. But if you do re-up and people think that you're a clout chaser, you're a dick rider, I can't have that either, right? So I really got to figure out what direction this thing is going to go in. That's the problem that I've got right now. One of the great, let me tell you about this. This is paradise, Hot Dog.
Mm-hmm.
I go on Twitter and I check my app mentions, but sometimes you don't want to deal with the riffraff. You know what I mean? You don't want to busy yourself with everybody. What a lot of people don't know is, and this is true, everybody's got two tabs, like all activity and mentions. Right? When you go to your mentions, you can go to all activity and your mentions. Did you know there's a third tab?
I've heard about this. I've never seen it.
I haven't. I'll show you on my phone next time I see you, unless Elon puts out Twitter Blue. It's a verified tab. So when you click on that, you just see the verified people that interacted with your tweets and no one else. And let me tell you something. It's paradise.
Just all the elite.
The liberal elite. Everybody, we all just hang out in there and we talk about everything. We talk about everything that everybody's paranoid about. It's all in there. It's all in the verified tab. And it's so great. And I don't want to give that up.
No, because then you would have people like me in your verified tab.
That's the issue. That's the other issue. That while I don't want to give up my verified tab, if the verified tab is available at $8, there's going to be a lot of people you don't want in your verified tab anymore.
Yeah.
So as somebody that has previously really lusted over verification, when it becomes available to you, would you pay for it?
No.
Probably not.
There's no need for it. Everyone's gonna be like, "Hot Dog, you're not anybody," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, you'll be like, "Guys, I'm verified." They'll be like, "Big deal. You subscribe to Twitter. You're an idiot."
Yeah.
Like, there's so many subscription services. Like, it's the same price as Hulu. Why didn't you just subscribe to Hulu?
Also, I think Kevin Lumford said back to like the firings and all that if they fired 3,000 people, 2,000 of them probably deserved it. There's no way.
I don't think
that is such an anti.
Well, look, there is a possibility that they overhired at some point, but
sure.
but that's overhiring, like a company overhiring. And saying 2,000 of those individuals deserve to be jobless, those are two wildly separate statements.
Right. And I mean, I read one of the CNN article here says that he's looking to lay off 25 to 50% of the Twitter staff, which it just sounds like, why not just shut down Twitter at that point? You can't lay off.
You still got
50%.
half the people, bro. You still got half the people. Well,
you think those other 50% of people are gonna be happy that they have to carry whatever load is left over from the 50% of people that got fired? That's just gonna create more firing.
Unless it's not that much of a load, and he realized, like, yo, these people don't do that much, and they could handle it. But I'm sure
that's absolutely not happening.
So how do you think that the decisions got made? Like, how did he know who to fire? He's only been there for a week. How did he find out?
There's no way you can do a company-wide evaluation that quickly.
And you got to trust you must trust your managers. I'm sure whole departments were.
Yeah, that's what it says here. Whole departments have been.
Well, because he does have ideas of how to do things better, and he wants to bring in his own people, and that's normal. It usually doesn't happen this fast, but whenever a new CEO takes over a company, he does always bring in his own people.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, and execs usually not. I'm sure Elon's not bringing in.
You don't think he knows a data mining team?
Yeah.
Got to bring in my people.
Yeah.
All these people that are like, they're like, hey, so where did you come from? I don't know, dude. We know how to make cars. I don't know. I don't even have a Twitter account. I don't know what this
not calling
place...
up 2,000 people to come over to Twitter.
You don't think so?
No, what I think is going to happen is he's going to fire all these people, and then there's going to be other people in that company who are just going to start either quiet quitting or they're going to hand in their resignation, which is probably what he wants. But either way, I mean, he's getting.
I don't think people aren't gonna hand in their resignations. People always say they're gonna hand in their resignations, and then they don't. Like the
skilled ones do.
3 people will hand in their resignations, and then they'll go, "You all said you were gonna resign. What do you mean you're staying? I got no place to go."
Usually, the ones that leave are the ones that can afford to leave and go somewhere better. So
right.
It's the skilled ones that are leaving. You're only going to be left with the shitty ones.
I hope that there's a group of people that are like, we'll go and we'll start our own thing, our own social media service. I don't know. I feel like when I look at the idea that they're going to charge $8 a month to keep this thing going, a big part of me feels like text-based social media is done anyway. Like
saying that,
I don't think that there's a strong future for text-based social media. I mean, when you look at the generations, what social media has the most texts? Facebook. There's text all over it, right? Just writing. Nobody's joining Facebook anymore. They lost 70% of their value. 70% of their value this year alone. And I know a lot of that is because they decided to get into really bad graphics, virtual reality, but
yeah.
It
got taken over by all the all the uncles, the boomers, and all that stuff. It's just not cool. It's not because it's text based. It's just lame.
But I don't think that Twitter is that cool, and I don't think that you're having young people jump on Twitter as much as you were.
Bro, are you not on Black people Twitter?
Black people Twitter is amazing. Look, they haven't missed a step.
It's cool as fuck.
That part of Twitter is super cool. But I don't know if that's going to be as prevalent with Elon. And I also think that those same people who are great on Twitter, TikTok is hilarious, dude. I think people are figuring out short form video content. Where the only thing keeping Instagram alive is what, hot dog? Reels.
Yeah.
Snapchat is still popping with kids. TikTok is going crazy, and TikTok has
Snapchat. Snapchat's not it. I think you're.
Snapchat's
behind.
No, I mean I always thought so too. But then when you talk to young people, they're like, "Yeah, we're on Snapchat." There's no older people on Snapchat. But younger people are on Snapchat.
Am I out of touch?
Of course, you're 30, dude.
I just thought I heard someone was on Snapchat the other day, and I was like, "What are you, an old? What are you, a fucking boomer?"
How old were they?
They were
26,
28. Yeah, no,
they were younger than you, though.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Interesting.
Yep. That's weird how I could just predict that, right? Just like it was almost like, what are you, psychic? Like, how did I just know that they were younger than you? Yeah. I mean,
Well, TikTok's owned by the Chinese. You don't want to jump in there.
I don't, but nobody cares. That's how addictive this short form video content is. Everybody, it's not like you're on the inside track, hot dog. God bless you. Everybody knows that TikTok is being data mined by the Chinese. And they're like, but I'm not going to stop using it. And then I'm like, well, if that's the case, neither am I. And we're all stuck on TikTok. Nobody's stopping TikTok. What's the biggest thing on YouTube?
Shorts.
Boom. Shorts.
But TikTok didn't invent that. There was.
I don't care who invented
it. Yeah.
Look, if Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of these companies are going like, you know where the future is? Short form video content.
Quibi
was 15-minute episodes of television. They had no idea what the hell they were doing. That's crazy. Dude, okay. Last week, Sam Roberts Now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got, what? Somewhere around 4,000 views on it. That's usually what we do, right?
4 to 5, yeah.
Sure. Let me tell you right now, okay? My clip guy made I don't know what the hell is going on this TikTok thing. I feel like such a boomer every time I turn it on. I'm like, ah!
You got the app, bro? You got TikTok app on your phone?
Dude.
Come on, man.
25 seconds of last week's show where I just ranked the top 4 horror movies. 418,000 views on TikTok. I'm not deleting it. Okay?
The goddamn Chinese.
418,000 views. I'm a TikTok star. Okay?
You're an influencer.
I'm an influencer. Why? Because I took an hour and 15-minute show, condensed it into 20 seconds, and put electric subtitles on it. And boom. Here are the top 4 movies that came out in the last 4 weeks. And people were like, I gotta fucking see that.
And then if it's a waste of time, you only wasted
25 seconds.
25 seconds.
Big deal. Big deal. I'll catch the next wave then. I'll hit you with another one. Yeah, dude.
But it's not one or the other.
I'm Mr. Clips over here, dude. I'm the king of clips. I went on the bump this week, WWE The Bump. I told my clip guy I was on the bump, and then I posted my own. Forget your clips. I'll post my own clips. I made my own bump clips, and you know what
did you take WWE's footage?
Fuck yeah, made a clip. It's the Wild West, baby. We live in a new world. Stop! You can't stop my clips. You know what I heard from their department?
What?
Oh, we really like Sam's clips. Of course you do. It's clip country, baby. We're living in it. I'm going to make a clip of this clip.
Wow.
It's going to rule. I'm telling you,
TikTok
dude.
As well?
Huh?
Now I'm going to have to try to get TikTok. See what's going on there.
Dude, I'm telling you. It's like young people like short form videos. That's why, and they go like that, and the green screen's behind them. Like, it shouldn't be me talking to you like this. It should be like me going like this. This is Hot Dog. He's got a hat on. What's he doing? Yeah, and then that's it. That's the whole video. People are like, damn, that's electric.
Man. I mean, look, people like you, and then famously fucking Andrew Schultz with his short clips. That's how he got.
Come on.
That's how he got popping.
Come on. And those are the boomers, me and Schultz. Imagine these kids out here. Yeah, I just don't think, like I said, I'm not the guy you should be asking anyway. I got no idea what I'm talking about. But if I'm investing in something, it's not text-based social media at this point. It's over. I will tell you this. Twitter is good for one thing. Canceling people. You hear who got canceled?
Hasan Minhaj.
Hasan Minhaj. He got canceled. Guess who canceled him? Jeopardy Twitter.
Yeah.
Jeopardy Twitter got your ass canceled. And by the way, you can cancel people on TikTok too, so that's okay. Jeopardy Twitter canceled Hasan Minhaj. Hasan went on to Celebrity Jeopardy and quite frankly made a mockery of the whole thing. And we can't have this. This is outrageous. You know what people said? They said Hasan Minhaj was not just they said he was the most annoying contestant, not just celebrity, in the history of Jeopardy. The most annoying contestant in the history of Jeopardy, okay? Hasan had to go on Jimmy Fallon's show and issue a public apology to Jeopardy Twitter. Now, I don't know. Some of it seemed like he might have been being a little sarcastic, but they still canceled him, and rightfully so, I think. Hot Dog, did you see any of this?
Yeah, I saw it this morning.
Outraged? Are you outraged?
No, I think he made the action. I mean, I was falling asleep until it was his turn.
Oh, no. By the way, Jeopardy Twitter, I'm not involved with Hot Dog. I don't know this
So
guy
boring.
right here. I don't know this guy, Jeopardy Twitter. You can cancel Tormenta263. Not Sam over here. I don't know anything about this. Hot Dog, do not get in trouble with Jeopardy Twitter. Are you crazy? You're going crazy, Hot Dog.
What are they? Am I gonna?
You're gonna
be
get
on Jimmy
canceled.
Fallon?
You're gonna have to apologize. I'm not having you on this show. By the way,
Oh, come on.
here's the thing, and I want Jeopardy to know this right now. Jeopardy Twitter. If Hot Dog continues to disparage Jeopardy, I'm not gonna platform him. You can guarantee that. You can guarantee, Hot Dog. I will promise you, Hot Dog. If Jeopardy Twitter cancels you, you will not be platformed on this show. There's no way I'm doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna contribute to that.
Well, fine. I'll go to Legion and Skanks. I'll figure it out. I'll go where they take me. I'll go to Compound Media.
That's the only place you'll be welcome. After Jeopardy Twitter cancels you, I think Hasan's going to try to relaunch his Netflix show on Compound. He's going to have to.
Yeah.
There's no other place to do it. He got canceled. Listen, look at what he did. I'm going to show you some of this.
Tell the story about how this pop icon...
First of all, Celebrity Jeopardy are the easiest goddamn questions in the world. That's probably what, I mean, you knew most of these answers, yes?
There was one that I was really embarrassed about. There was a question about like this is the chapter that you don't want to read when you're
yeah.
Yeah. And my answer, I was going along with this morning. My answer was index.
Oh,
Which,
it was in reference to bankruptcy.
Yeah, but I just like a chapter in a book that you don't want to read. And
I'd like to declare index chapter bankruptcy. All right, watch this. Watch this.
Scene here invited
This
you
is
on
terrible.
stage to
It's
sing
terrible.
Baby and was blown away by your pipes.
I know who it is.
Hasan,
Who is Justin Bieber?
that is correct.
Oh.
Select again.
This is a serious show.
Mm-hmm.
He's making a mockery of it. Do you see the way he was staring into the camera? You can't do that on Jeopardy. This is people. People aren't tuning. Look at that. It's not that big of a deal. It's just how much
highbrow content.
It's a $200 question, Hot Dog. He's over celebrating. He's over celebrating. I mean, watch him. Watch how terrible this guy is. He's a bad person. Bad guy.
Italian patriot Garibaldi captured Palermo in 1860 with colorful troops called these, like a college athlete sitting out a year. Hasan.
Y'all don't know? What is a red shirt?
That is
Listen to you giggle, Hot Dog. Listen to you. Listen to you giggle. Because Hasan, this is more harmful than end zone dancing. The fact that he knows, he saw Will Wheaton from Stand By Me, or whatever movie he was in, and this other celebrity lady who I watched Celebrity Jeopardy. I never seen that lady before in my life. He saw that neither one of them were pushing the button, and he decided to make an ego play. Okay? Mock them. And that's not what Jeopardy is. And I never thought I would say this. Thank God Alex Trebek died and didn't have to see this.
Alex Trebek is rolling in his grave.
I tell you right now, if the cancer didn't get him, this would have killed that Canadian man. This is terrible.
I love that response.
Hasan.
Y'all don't know? what is a red shirt?
Terrible.
That is correct. Wow. Select again.
Oh, and do you see the way Hot Dog, he's stunting on them hoes? That's not what you do in Jeopardy.
I love it.
Of course you do. And
There needs to be more stunt on hoes on Jeopardy.
you can't stunt on hoes on Jeopardy. You can't. The game is not built to be played that way. This Hasan Minhaj. And look at the way Blossom has to act like she's enjoying it. Blossom doesn't think that's funny. Blossom knows she's slowly losing control of her show.
The show's losing credibility.
And she's got to hang on to it, Hot Dog, more than you have to hang on to those syllables. Blossom has to hang on to the show because she's the new host. People said there's no way Blossom can handle this show. And she said, yes, I can. And Hasan Minhaj was like, hold my beer. Oh, Hasan.
He's stunting on you, ho.
Oh, and he's stunting on them hoes. It's not right what he's doing. This is why the Netflix show got canceled. And by the way, for the record, the fact that this is real, the fact that he had that show Patriot Act on Netflix, which was like a current events news show that was based around research and like backing up things with facts, he got a lot of questions wrong here, which doesn't strike me as somebody who should have been doing a news show. But that's a different conversation. Look at this.
Perhaps something you ate didn't agree with you
Yeah.
if you look green around these fish parts. Hasan.
What is guts?
You think
I knew that one.
you knew he was wrong, right?
Yeah.
But then why does he make his silly faces? You know what people asked on Twitter? They said, what is he, on cocaine? They couldn't believe, they didn't understand. They said, and they said this, can Hasan just answer a question, one question like a normal person?
I would have behaved like this if I was on Celebrity Jeopardy.
You would not. First of
Yes,
all,
I would.
if you were on Celebrity Jeopardy, it would be as an audience member.
Hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
No. Will.
What are the gills?
That's correct. Green around the gills.
Don't have gills.
Answer in the form of an abbreviation.
And see, he interrupted the host. Blossom was trying to lead them to the next thing. You don't interrupt the host. Humans don't have, you never heard green around the gills? Hot Dog, this isn't.
This is not supposed to be TV entertainment. He's
All right.
bringing the entertainment.
No, it's Jeopardy. It's not an entertainment show. It's a show for intellectualism. If you want to pull some bullshit, you stay for Wheel of Fortune. That's how this works. They do a nice block. It's a 1 hour block. It's Jeopardy and it's Wheel of Fortune. Jeopardy makes you feel like an idiot. And then Wheel of Fortune makes you feel like a genius. And then you leave the hour feeling great. That's the point.
You can go to that shitty Jay Leno show that he has.
What, the car show?
No, you better bet your life on it. Oh, it's a game show. He has a game show now.
Oh, I'll check it out. I don't know anything about this game show. I think Blossom should take Hasan Minhaj to Judge Steve Harvey. Because in his courtroom, he rules with common sense. And apparently, Hasan has none of that. Okay? This is a serious show. And I'll tell you what, the Jeopardy fans didn't like it at all. Not one bit. And I don't blame them. This is an outsider. This is like when if somebody were to come on to wrestling and start doing shtick, I go, wrestling is not a place for shtick. And people would think I was a fool for saying that. But it's true. Listen to this.
Daniel O'Connell, a patriot of this country, got the British to pass the Catholic Emancipation Act of 1829.
What, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Maybe England?
Hasan.
What is Ireland?
That's correct.
Oh, and I guessed that.
See?
Well, Troy and
How would you
Willie-
not have reacted that way? You're like, I don't know, maybe England. But if you guessed Ireland and you got it right, Sam, you wouldn't be like, oh, man.
No, I wouldn't
guessed
be like that. I'd have some integrity. I'm on Jeopardy. I'd be like Will Wheaton over there. Still a celebrity. Still in the movie Stand By Me. But with some dignity. Some class.
Dignity.
Dignity. That's what my five knuckle ring would say. Dignity. This hot dog. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. This clip right here. This is the one I was looking at Jeopardy Twitter. And this is the clip that ended it for everybody, that they said never again. We can't have anyone like Hasan Minhaj, who's going to bring his brand of gallows humor to Jeopardy, his brand of immature child, teenage boy. You know what Hasan Minhaj did? He brought locker room humor to Jeopardy. And you can't have locker room humor in Jeopardy. This is locker room talk.
Made a mockery of this.
And you sound like you're making a mockery when you say it like that, but it's true. He did. And he got canceled for it. He will never be on good terms with Jeopardy Twitter again. Ever.
Visit
Well,
Pineapple
nursing
Fountain
homes,
and
you
Fort
can't walk in
Sumter
there
when you
anymore.
go
Watch
to
this, watch
Charleston,
this.
which,
This is
no,
bad.
Is not the capital of this original 13 state. Troyan.
What is North Carolina?
No. Oh,
What is South Carolina?
Oh,
whoa,
Jesus.
Will.
What is South Carolina?
That's correct. You have to ring in and be called, Hasan. I'm sorry.
Oh,
He knew that.
no.
Look at his totals. Will Wheaton has almost $19,000. Whoever that person is, I never seen her before in my life. She's got 55 hundo. Hasan Minhaj, even though he's playing games and not one of those games is Jeopardy, has 36 hundo. At 36 hundo, you know the rules of Jeopardy, you son of a bitch. You know the rules of this game.
Yeah, you got excited.
He
You
didn't
the
get
right
it.
answer.
No, he knew. He knew what he was doing. Just being disruptive. He's a disruptor, this Hasan Minhaj. He's a disruptor. You
Get him out of here.
He'll never be back. First of all, he's not welcome back. You know why?
He lost.
Yeah, he didn't have the high score. He can't come back. Will Wheaton had the high score. You know why? Because he answered questions like a gentleman. Jeopardy is where ladies and gentlemen go to answer quizzical questions. That's what that show is. It's what it's always been. It's what people like about it. You can't have this. It's the last bastion of class on American television. And Hasan Minhaj is turning it into the Desperate Housewives of the OC.
Yeah, get that Wheel of Fortune shit up out of here.
That's right. Save it for Sajak. That's what I say. Save that bullshit for Pat Sajak, not on Jeopardy. Honestly, Jeopardy is the last thing America has. People think we're idiots, Hot Dog. They think we're stupid. But at least we had Jeopardy. And we
Celebrity Jeopardy.
celebrities are the best of us.
Yes.
They're
agree.
the best of us. This is the best representation of humanity in America. Celebrity / Jeopardy. Okay? And this is what we get. A mockery. It's terrible. I don't know that we ever recover from this as a country.
Well, he issued a heartfelt apology.
It didn't feel heartfelt. When I saw it, it was on Jimmy Fallon. And I don't want to throw accusations around, but it felt to me like when Hasan Minhaj apologized, it was somewhat tongue-in-cheek. I'm going to say it.
Well-
That's a hot take. Hot take. Hot take alert. Hot take alert.
Hot take alert.
Ooh, I forgot you had that.
Hot take alert.
I think it was tongue-in-cheek. And that, my friends, was a
Hot take.
Cue the fire special effects.
I'll tell you who had some hot takes and some hot tracks. You listen to the new Drake and 21 Savage yet?
Not yet. Just came out today, right?
Her Loss dropped today. Drake and 21 Savage coming together. I've listened to, I don't know, the first 4 or 5 tracks. I was driving home from Stamford, Connecticut. Wonder what I was doing in Stamford, Connecticut. I was driving home from Stamford, listening to some Her Loss, Drake and 21 Savage. I loved it. It was great. They're getting
a diss tracks, I heard.
well, I don't know if it's. They're getting some flack, because I didn't even know this was a thing, but apparently Megan Thee Stallion was shot in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it that shot her in the foot? Do you remember?
Some short rapper.
Don't insult him. Just tell
Well, I
me.
mean, he's a.
I'm not asking
like,
what his height was. I mean, you're not the tallest guy in the world. That's not fair for you to say.
I know. He's one of my own. It's,
Real recognized
Lanez.
real. Tory
Tory
Lanez,
Lanez,
that's right.
yeah.
Tory Lanez apparently shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot while Megan Thee Stallion was exiting the automobile after some kind of an argument. Drake dropped the line, bitch lie about getting shot. She's still a stallion though. So, you know, I mean,
bars.
I don't know. I they're probably stronger bars on the album. But yeah, so I guess that's a little bit controversial. But all in all, musically speaking, the album was great. One of the songs, the artists claim that, you know, they're talking to a lady and saying that they got dick for her unless they're busy working. Like, so, I mean, I think that's romantic, you know? But for me, I was most impressed with Drake's promotion of the album, because the key to promoting an album is just to create brand awareness. Drake is dropping Her Loss. The expectations are sky high for a Drake release. You know, I mean, he generally just gets incredible response. He's one of the biggest stars in the music industry. And the fact that he's now combining with 21 Savage, one of the top rappers in the industry, is like
British rappers.
He's huge. So it's like the expectations are high on this one. So Drake realizes that he can kind of hang out in the cut while he's recording the album. If there's nothing to promote, if he's not on tour, if he's not promoting a new album, he can kind of just chill, let the music speak for itself, and once he's ready with something. So the question is, what do you do to get people talking the night before the album comes out? You want people talking the night the album comes out. Theoretically, if the album's dropping at midnight, and these days, nobody's going to a CD store, you know, you're going on the streaming platforms. So you want people on these streaming platforms at midnight. So how do you make sure people are going to get on the streaming platforms at midnight? Well, you get everybody talking late at night. Get everybody talking about you. And Hot Dog, in 2022, how does a musical artist cut through the clutter, spread open all that chitter chatter, and get their name front and center? How do you get everybody talking about you?
I feel like the most obvious way is to post some hentai.
That's 100% right. You nailed it. Hit the nail on the head, Hot Dog. That's why Hot Dog is in charge of Sam Roberts' Not Sam Promotions. All Not Sam promotions and marketing go through Hot Dog. And I do believe, when I saw this, I said, I would imagine Hot Dog must be doing some side work for Drizzy, which I'm okay with. If the Six God wants to hire you out, Hot Dog, I'm a sharing guy. You know, all my value and secrets, I don't mind other people using them. Where there's enough food on the table for all of us to have a bite.
I am the table.
I am the table. What does that mean? So, but if you're the head of the table and he's the table, you're the head of him, right? He's like, yeah, of course. Then why did he say that he's the table? I don't know why he said that. Anyway.
Provocative.
It gets the people go. No, it doesn't. It's gross. You know, it's not gross. It's hentai. After all the years, Hot Dog, of making fun of you for loving hentai, I had no idea that Drizzy would mainstream it the way he did last night. Drake, in an effort, he's a freak. Drake, in an effort to get the people talking, started posting hentai on his Instagram. And now this was pointed out to me like, this is a story you might like. And I think it was for the caption. It says H4R L Eagle SS. And I got excited because I read it as hair loss and thought it was about me. But it's actually Her Loss. It's the name of the album. And so what he's doing is like he's saying, I don't know. Is there like a big crossover with hip hop fans and hentai fans? Hot dog? Do you?
No.
No, not generally. So maybe he's trying to go outside of the base, right?
I mean, it's still anime. I mean, there's a crossover with that.
That's
anime.
yeah. There's a big hip hop anime crossover. I just didn't know if it extended to hentai.
Now it will.
Now it will. And I hope the hentai, for those that don't know, is correct me if I'm wrong, Hot Dog. I know you're an aficionado. Hentai is pornography made using the techniques of anime, Japanese animation. Is that right?
Cartoon porn. Yeah.
Right. But generally anime style, not just any
Yes,
cartoon,
yes.
right? Yeah. Yeah. So
Originating from Japan.
right. And a lot of times the private areas will be exaggerated. The size of the privates will be very exaggerated. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. For instance,
Very busty.
the bust on this woman, I don't know how she could ever function in reality. It looks like she would have just terrible back pain. Her balance would probably be off. I would imagine even with a bust that size, I would imagine it would affect her back and her knees. It says, "It's my fault for once," is the caption that the Champagne Poppy wrote on the hentai. But I tell you what, I think it's genius, you know?
I mean, I texted you.
You
in traffic last
immediately entered the group text. And what did you say? I'll pull it up. I don't want to misquote you, Hot Dog. I know you take your words very, very seriously. Also hilarious that you were the first person to find this. Not at all surprising. Like, of course. Well, you didn't even get a response. You didn't even. Yesterday, 10:04 p.m. Why is Drake posting hentai on IG? I tell you, it's to get the word out about this fire album.
It worked splendidly. I mean, okay. So I'm sure the whole SiriusXM thing release coincided with like the release of the album. So I post that I got tickets to see Drake at the Apollo, right? Boom.
Humble
and
brag.
Then all of a sudden, one of my boys goes like, "Oh, do you see what's going on his page right now?
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to go."
Yo, your man's is posting hentai.
Yeah.
Did he say that? I don't know if you want to go.
Like jokingly.
Oh,
then,
gotcha.
So
and
it
you were
just
like,
spreads like that.
and then
I
you
text
texted your friend back and you said, "Yeah, except there's something you don't know about me."
You don't know me.
Yeah, let me tell you
lost.
something right now. I really want to go to that concert. Yeah. So I love it. I love
Hentai.
the idea. I mean, I'll check it out now if Drake thinks it's cool. You know, I like Degrassi.
I noticed you didn't post the third one.
Was there? Well, I thought I got. Okay, so tell me if I'm missing any. There's this one. It says "Mood at Midnight," and then the original hentai caption says, "This is heavenly."
Mm-hmm.
Then there's this one where it's this big busty gal, animated gal, with very large thighs. I think those would be categorized as thick with a couple of C's.
Yeah,
And it says her loss, but I thought it said hair loss. And then there's this one too, the big bust that says it's my fault for once. Was there more hentai?
Well, you missed the one where let me see if I could pull it.
He's talking about his
Okay, where I mean, I don't know if I could. Probably can't, but the woman is being bent over and she's being fucked doggy style. And then it says, "Goodbye, my dear husband."
I did notice, you know, you're right. I'm glad you mentioned that. I did notice it. I thought it was a bit much. I thought, you know, this is a family show.
Yeah.
You know, it's a family show. People watch with their kids. And yes, there was.
It got more graphic.
It did get more graphic. There was man on woman thrusting. It wasn't video. It was just an image. But yes, there was. So I don't know. It got me interested. I can't tell you for a fact that I would have listened to the Drake album today had it not been for the hentai. I can't tell you that I would have. I will tell you that the hentai did raise Drake awareness for me. So apparently it was effective. And I'll be teaching a master class. If any of you musicians out there, or this probably goes beyond music, if any of you out there, I'm going to start a PR company. And people are going to come to me and they go, okay, I got this new book out. I got to get the word out that I have a book out. And I'll go like this. Do you have an Instagram account? And they'll go, of course I have an Instagram account. And I go, do you have stories? And they'll go, yeah, I've been posting pictures of my book on my story. I said, I didn't ask you that. You have stories. And you go, of course I have stories. I know how to work them. I go, okay. Do you know about the pornographic genre of hentai? And they're like, wait, what? Post some hentai on your Instagram stories. And they're like, okay, I understand. What about for the book? No. Awareness. Brand awareness. How do you make people aware of your brand? You make people question why that brand is posting hentai on their Instagram stories. And but I fail to see a scenario it won't work for. I can't imagine. What scenario exists that you wouldn't be interested and at least aware of if they're posting hentai in their stories?
I mean, the word would spread.
Word spreads. Good news spreads.
And I hear that you got very good grades in Canadian business school, so you would be the perfect person to do it.
I did. I got very good grades. A couple of C's in there, but generally very good grades. Yeah, yeah, for sure. The plan, post hentai on Instagram stories to remind people there's an album coming out. It really is a Nathan For You sketch come to life. Unbelievable. Drizzy Drake, Aubrey Graham, Jimmy Brooks. Much love and mad respect. Did that sound cool?
And cut it right there.
Hey, get into the super chats. If you want to be a part of tonight's show, super chat in. All super chats will get acknowledged. I appreciate you all. A lot of you have been watching. A lot of you have been enjoying. Not enough of you have been hitting the like button. So go ahead, hit the like button, and yeah, let's go. Let's read some of these. Every super chat gets acknowledged. We get some real cool content coming to this YouTube channel. You make sure you're subscribed and your alerts are turned on. We got a couple of in-studio interviews coming up. I won't say who yet. There is one of our comedian friends who you know from Jim and Sam and everything. Nothing over the top.
Jim Norton.
No, not Jim Norton from Jim and Sam specifically. But yeah, within the next couple of weeks, I think 2 weeks, we'll have a comedian interview up. And this coming week, probably on Wednesday, a filmmaker.
Oh.
In the Not Sam studio. Not on Zoom. In studio. Filmmaker. Wednesday. Video goes up. Subscribe to the channel. You'll get alerted. It'll be great. Super chat in if you want to be acknowledged. I see DQ. Ian Finance. It's not Ian.
Rich boss.
You're getting closer. JD Straight Shot. Please bring soundboard Jimmy back to the show. I mean, it's just a soundboard. Jimmy's there. It's just the soundboard. Not Sam Miguel. Is hot dog... I don't know where Not Sam Miguel gets his information from, but he's got a lot of it.
What did he say?
Well, he spends a lot of time on the internet. That's Not Sam Miguel. He's the guy you stole your Halloween costume from.
I did not.
Yes, you did. Is Hot Dog sad that his love Angie's getting married tomorrow?
Where does Miguel get all
Isn't
this
that a
information?
fucking
My
crazy
God.
person, like psychotic super chat? That is insane.
Yeah, well, Angie's getting married tomorrow.
And you're sad.
I won't be there, unfortunately, but I
Silent
wish her-
protest?
It's not a protest.
You weren't
No,
invited?
I'm going to show last
Wait,
minute. I'm going to wait.
Were you invited?
I was invited.
And you're not going?
I have financial obligations that I must attend to.
What are they?
One being the Bahamas
You're going to Bahamas tomorrow?
next week. And who am I to go to Dallas one week and then go to the Bahamas the other? I mean, I'm making money, but I'm not making Sam Roberts money.
Nah, who is? When did you find out that you were going to the Bahamas?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Okay. So did you just decide 3 weeks ago you weren't going to the wedding? Because the Bahamas came up? Did you cancel 3 weeks ago?
No, it's a little bit more nuanced than that, but I had a decision to make, and I alerted.
Yo, you are so petty.
It's not petty.
You're not going to the wedding because another man is marrying the woman of your dreams.
I'm not.
You
petty.
are so petty.
I'm going to the Bahamas. It's Annie's 30th birthday.
But I'm going to tell you right now, hot dog, that's a G move. Because you know what's going to happen? You know what that bitch is going to be talking about at her wedding? You!
You didn't show up.
Can you believe Hot Dog didn't come? Can you believe it? He was supposed to come, and he's going to the Bahamas next week with that bitch. Who are you going with the Bahamas? Annie. I was about to because I was about to say Angie, but I'm being Angie. He's going to the Bahamas with that bitch Annie. Angie, it's your wedding. Why are you talking about him? I don't know, because I love him. Who? I mean my husband.
I did get a little bit of pushback. She did say Annie has a birthday every year, and I'm only getting married once in my entire life.
And then hot dog, you missed your opportunity. You know what you should have said, and just left it at this. Not if I have anything to say about it.
Ooh.
Do you know what a move that would have been? If she says, I'm only getting married once in my life, and you said, not if I have anything to say about it. Oh, it's just right there. You're getting married, but you're going to divorce your man. Ditch that zero and get with a hero. A hot dog on a hero.
You want to go to the Bahamas?
You want to go to the Bahamas? You can't! All right, well, best of luck. Best of luck.
Yeah, kudos.
Yeah. Six Crow, appreciate the contribution. Kevin Lumford, Elon will pull a Warner Brothers, shut most of Twitter down, and use it as a tax write-off. That would be great. That would be awesome if all these like super pro Elon people don't realize this is just a tax write-off. Like,
how does that even make you? I mean, I understand the tax write-offs, but that doesn't cover $44 billion going.
I don't know what it covers, bro. What am I, a tax attorney?
That's not how tax write-offs work. It works if you're already involved in something. You don't buy it to get a tax write-off.
If it's a business, you can write it off.
Yeah, like that makes zero sense.
You don't know anything about
And I got really good grades in accounting, so I know.
You're my accountant too, and people don't know that. You're my head of management and financing, accounting, and promotion. And you say hentai porn, and I go, should I write this off? And you go, don't write anything off. Nothing. It doesn't work. It's a farce. I go, all right, hot dog. Poodlerific, would Sam and Hot Dog ever go on to double team Jeopardy? I would go on to double team Jeopardy with Hot Dog. Just because, and I'd be like, bro, you hold the buzzer. Or you know what I do? Here's exactly what I would do. Because who cares, right? I would go on double team Jeopardy with Hot Dog. I'd buzz in and I'd point to Hot Dog. Yeah, Sam and Hot Dog. I'd point to you. Yeah.
Just embarrass me?
Yeah.
Who was on Guy Fieri's show?
What show is that?
Supermarket. He owns the Food Network at this point.
Supermarket Sweep?
No, it's something else. It's like a game show that's food related, but there's 3 celebrities, and the 3 celebrities get to bring a friend who's not a celebrity to be their partner. So I could be your non-celebrity friend.
You could ride in the front of the cart.
Right, yeah.
I'll do that. Yeah, I would. Every time I buzz in, they go, who is the 19th president? Sam and Hot Dog. Yeah.
Lincoln was the 16th.
It's Jefferson? Who's Jefferson? Like, what? No. Huh?
Reagan.
Tear down that wall. No, Hot Dog. Oh.
Do this.
I was guessing. Yeah, you were wrong. Not Sam Lehman. Sam, get the game House Party for the Steam Deck. It's very funny. Funny? I don't know if I want funny. I want fun.
Bro, get Final Fantasy, bro. What are you waiting for?
I'm not getting Final Fantasy. It feels you have to be so involved. Don't you have to play for like hours?
You pause and then you play the next day.
Pause. Remember when that was a thing? That sucked. Not Sam Miguel. Sam is trying to act like he doesn't watch hentai. I don't know anything about hentai. Hot Dog, I don't know anything about hentai.
And this thing was posted last night.
What is this? Some kind of anime? This is weird. John Fritsch says Hot Dog, aka Little Richard, is ripping you off. Stop, Hot Dog. Stop ripping me off. Kevin Lumford says electric vehicles are starting to fail. Elon's losing money in other places. Using Twitter as a tax write-off makes sense. Hot Dog.
Electric vehicles are showing to fail. Is that true? I don't think that's true.
What is your problem with Kevin Lumford?
I feel like I need to check them sometimes because I don't think electric vehicles are showing to fail.
Okay.
What is your source, Kevin?
A la WB, like I said, that's actually a great point. They spent millions of dollars on a movie. They just shelved it. What's the difference?
Right. It was already in production and all this stuff. They didn't create it. They didn't buy it or start production to cancel it, to write it off.
How the hell do you know?
They cut their losses.
How the hell do you know? They didn't cut their losses. They're writing it off. It's all losses. And to cut their losses.
It was already in production. You don't purchase something to then get
Hot
a write-off on it.
Dog. They didn't cut their losses. They maximized their losses. They made no money back. They spent all the money on it.
But the idea when they started producing it wasn't this is going to be a write-off. Is we're going to make a movie and try to make some profit.
Yeah, and then they were like, you know what? They didn't cut their losses. Let's take all of our losses, which is maybe when Elon was like, actually, I'm not going to buy this thing. And then they were like, well, you have to. And he was like, all right, I'll just buy it and write it off.
I don't believe that electric vehicle.
Fuck that guy. Kevin Lumford is so pissed at you, dude. The movie was already finished, Hot Dog. Oh, my God. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah. We've decided to cut our losses. Why? Cutting their losses. If they released the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't make a profit, but they could at least make back some of the money they spent. They chose to make back none of the money that they spent. They said that's the better option.
Right. But what I am saying is they started with the intent of trying to make a profit. If you are insinuating that Elon bought it just so he can write it off,
everybody's
that's not
against
the
you.
same thing.
Millie Vanilli says they made it already. It's 100% loss.
But that was the intent. The intent wasn't to write it off at first.
You said they cut their losses.
Okay, Samantha, I'm not good with words, Sam.
Not Sam Miguel says, I know all the gossip in the Jim and Sam universe. Well, listen, guys. I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, hold on. By the way.
By the sec. Hold on. By the sec.
By the sec. Electric vehicles, they are going up in trend. I looked that up. Google it. I researched it.
Thank God Jim Cramer's here.
Bye.
I will not take this electric vehicle slander.
You have no idea what you're talking about, dude. You have been on one tonight. You have been on one tonight. Just a minister of misinformation. Hey, appreciate all you guys hanging out. You guys are the best. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to be dropping a ton of content throughout the week. Content from this show as well as original content. Big filmmaker interview coming up later this week. So subscribe. Turn your alerts on. And oh, yeah. I'm going to cheers with you later. Have a good one, everybody.